Today's webinar will cover everything that you need to know about the FBA part of your account. Today we will be talking about the different tabs from Settings, Inventory, Orders, Reports, and Performance. To start with, I would want you all to log into the sellercentral.amazon.in account. The moment you log into your account, this is what the page will look like. All the widgets that you can see on the screen currently give a summary of your account. Everything from your account health, your seller rating, the payment summary, the last orders that you got, and important headlines or notifications will also be visible on your home page. Now the first section that we will be going through is the Settings tab. On the extreme right hand corner, you should be able to see a Settings button, under which I want you all to go to the Account Info section. Under the Account Info section, there are certain information that needs to be filled in order for you to go live on the website. The first information is the customer service email and the customer service phone number. Next is the business address, the place of establishment address, invoice information. Apart from this, the most important data that you will be filling up is the bank account information. Please click on the Edit button and enter this information. Please make sure that you're given the correct account details along with the correct IFSC code. At the bottom of this page, you will find something called as FBA tax registration. Now for an FBA account, this is one of the most important detail that you'll be filling up. Please click on Edit, and in the next page, you will have to give in your digital signature and your VAT and CST number. Now, your digital signature is a signature that you will take on a blank sheet of paper, and you will enter your signature and make sure you either take a scan of it or take a picture of it and update the same here. Just make sure while updating that you're updating only the signature part and not the entire sheet. Next is the fulfillment details. If you're sending it to Mumbai Fulfillment Center, click on Mumbai and given the VAT and CST number. This is applicable for all category except books. In case of books, it will be not applicable. And click on Submit. In case of Bangalore, there is an additional step where you will given the VAT and CST number and also the esugam login and esugam password. Given these two details and click on Submit. Also, before you click on Submit, make sure the esugam login ID and password are a valid one. Make sure you go back to any of your government websites and log in using the esugam details and make sure that you have the access to log in. And then click on Submit. Once this part is done, we would have covered everything under Account Info. The next detail that you will have to fill in is the tax settings. Under this, go to the second option, which is the View Master Tax Codes. So you can go and read about each of the kinds of tax codes available. And determine which tax code your products fall under. Once you are sure of which is your tax code applicable, then you can click on Continue at the bottom of the screen and select the appropriate code and click on Continue. Doing this will update a default tax code for your entire account. In case you're selling multiple products, in that case you can have an item level tax code also updated. I will show you how to do that in a short while. Now make sure you do this part without fail, because failing which you will not be able to get orders. The next part that where you'll have to give in your information is your info and policies. Here, click on About Seller and give a couple of lines about what your company is about, so the seller, with the customer who's buying, will be aware. Next, given the seller logo. This has to be 120 by 30 pixels. Make sure that you edit your logo before you update it, or the system will not let you update it. Under shipping policy, you can give a couple of lines of particular shipping policy, or just mention a line that you'd be doing your shipping through Amazon Fulfillment Services. Under privacy policy, again, you can mention any privacy policy that you have and click on Save. These 4 details that you give will be visible to the customer, so make sure that you write it in the appropriate manner. And also make sure that you do not include any kind of HTML or .com links. So we have covered the important details that you will have to fill in. Apart from that, you can also use notification preferences to enable and disable notifications as and when required. You can also sign up for SMS text servicing to get notifications of new orders. Next, we have login settings in case you want to change the password. And we also have shipping settings, which if you are a purely FBA seller will be 0. There is user permission in case you want to give access to other email IDs apart from the one that you have used for registration. On the extreme left, you should be able to see inventory. Under that, I want you to go to the option Manage Inventory. Now, whatever products you add will be visible under Manage Inventory. Now, I'll be showing you the entire step from how to add the inventory, how to create the shipment and send it to our warehouse. To start with, I'll show you an example of adding one product and then the entire cycle of after creating a product, what are the next steps and how will you create the shipment, and finally the packing and sending it to our warehouse. So I want you to go to Add a Product option under Inventory. Now if you have the ISBN number or title of a book or a product, you can do a manual search here. Let's say the product that you want to sell is the Harry Potter book. So you can click on Harry Potter. Click on Search, and if that product is already there in our database, it will show up in the search result. So you can see there are many products that has come up. We will select the first one as example and click on Sell Yours. Under this, you will only have to give in a few details. One is the seller SKU. For my reference, I'll give this as Harry Potter 1. Condition type will be new. Your price, you can also see the low price that is being sold on Amazon currently and match it accordingly. The quantity and tax code. Books are books exempt, so I've selected the option A book exempt. And finally click on Save and Finish. Now shipping method here has 2 options. One is I want to ship this item myself, or I want Amazon to ship the product and send it to the customer. Now since you're an FBA seller, you will have to choose the second option. I want Amazon to ship the product. You can keep the setting, remember the setting for next time, and click on Save and Finish. In case you forget to do this step, I will show you what to do in the next couple of minutes. But every time you're creating a product manually, make sure you select the second option under shipping method and click on Save and Finish. Now this product is added to your inventory. Since I selected the second option, it is directly going to the shipping queue, but we will come back to this step in a short while. Let me just show you what your product looks like once it has been created. So for that, you will go to Manage Inventory. And you can see the first product that is visible here is the product that I just created. Now, 2 important things I want you to notice here. One is that For any Amazon fulfilled product, the quantity will be 0. As you can see the previous examples here. This means that the quantity will get automatically updated when the units that you send is scanned at the warehouse and updated automatically. Merchant fulfilled order, then you have the option to edit the quantity. But if it is an Amazon fulfilled order, then the quantity will be updated only when it reaches the warehouse. As long as it is Amazon, you can create a shipment for this particular Harry Potter book and send it to our warehouse. If it is not if here the entry is not Amazon and it is merchant, then you will have to convert the particular item. Now let me show you an example how this is to be done. You will select the product that you want to convert to FBA. Under the top action button, you will get an option called as Change to Fulfill by Amazon. You will click on this particular option. It will take you to a next page where you only have to click on Done, and this product will be automatically converted. So make sure any product that you add, you convert them to Fulfill by Amazon and then create the shipment. So just to recap, first we created a product under Add a Product. Then under Manage Inventory, we were able to see the product and see what the fulfill by criteria was. And the next step for us would be to create the shipment. So we will go to Manage FBA Inventory. Now whatever FBA converted products are available under your inventory page, those will be visible under Manage FBA Inventory. So as the name suggests, the FBA inventory will be visible under this section. From this, all that you have converted will be visible, and when you're creating a shipment and sending it to a warehouse, you can select whichever products that you want to fulfill at that particular time. Now I want to send the Harry Potter book that I just created, so let me search for the Harry Potter book. So I found the book that I want to select, so I will click on it. I'll click on the checkbox. And here the option will be Send Replenish Inventory and click on Go. The page that opens up asks me what it is that I want to do. The default option that is selected is Create a New Shipping Plan. You can let the same be. Next is Ship From Address. Here you will have to give in your address. This is a one-time activity. So once you enter the address, it will remain the same the next time you create the shipment. Next option that is default selected is individual products, and you can let the same option be, and then click on Continue to Shipping Plan. Shipping plan will be ready. Now you will go to the last option under Inventory, which is Manage FBA Shipments. Under this you can see your shipping plans. So there are two options, one is Shipments and one is Shipping Plans. Click on the second one, and you'll be able to see the shipping plan that you just created. As you know that I just selected one product and the quantity I gave was 1. So this is our shipping plan. This is a shipping ID. And now I have to work on the shipping on this particular shipment. So I'll click on Work on Shipping Plan. The first option that opens up is Set Quantity. Here, while packing, I can make edits to the quantity, or if I have multiple products, I can remove or do edits accordingly, and then click on Continue. So here we have already selected that the kind of packaging is individual products. So unless we want to change this, you can change it here or click on Continue. Now this is an important step. Each of your products that you are sending to a warehouse need to be labeled. Unless you have enabled commingling, in case you want to know more information about commingling, please contact your engagement manager. Now, in case you are not a commingled seller, then you will have to label each of your products. Under this tab, which is the label products, you will have labels available at the bottom of the screen. You can click print, and let me show you what this looks like. So your label will look something like this. These are barcodes that are specific to Amazon. So when the product reaches our warehouse, our warehouse experts should be able to scan them. So please make sure that you label all of your products with this particular barcode. You can match it according to the title and sticker them. This is what your labels will look like. There'll be individual labels for each of your products for all your quantities, and make sure you stick them on your products. In case of books, make sure that the barcode that is there on backside of your books are covered by this particular label. Therefore, when our experts scan them, they only scan the label that we have created and not the barcode that is available on the books. So once you have stickered them, then click on Continue. The next tab that opens up, you can review each of your shipment and click on Approve Shipment. So if you're creating a new one, you will have to approve it. And finally, you will get an option called Work on Shipment. Now, since you have already stickered the products, there are only two things to do. In case you hadn't stickered your products in the previous Label Products option, you can also click on Review and Modify Units and take the printout again here. In case you have already done this, you can skip the first step. The second step would be to select the kind of carrier you want to use. There are three options: AFL, Blue Dart, and Other. For most purposes, let's just choose Other right now. Now, this is the last step of your packing instruction. So once you have labeled your products, they will go into a bigger box. Now you have to make sure that you read the instructions given here. If your products are over 15 kgs, please make sure that you label them as heavy weight on top of the box. And also you will have to take a printout of this particular label and stick it on top of the box. Now this label is unique for each of the box. So if you have more than one box, take accordingly the same number of printouts, because a Xerox copy will not work. So once you have taken the printouts, you will click on Complete Shipment only when you have prepared all your shipping activities, that is taking an appointment to our warehouse, stickering your products, and stickering the boxes. Now you need to call up your warehouse. The number will be shared by the engagement manager 24 hours prior your products are reaching the warehouse. In case you're doing hand delivery of the products, please make sure that you have a valid driver's license, and also you have taken an appointment well in advance, and you have all these labels and stickerings done on you. So both the warehouses, Mumbai and Bangalore, the procedure remains the same. You need to take an appointment, failing which your products will not be accepted at the warehouse. So this is the entire process from creating a product to converting them under Manage Inventory, then under Manage FBA Inventory, selecting the products that you want to send to our warehouse and preparing the shipment. And once the shipment is created, then working on the shipment under Manage FBA Shipments. So under Manage FBA Shipments, if I have to just recap the entire process, there are three things that you will have to do. One is sticker each of your products, select the kind of delivery method you're going to deliver the products under, and finally sticker the boxes, the individual boxes with unique stickering that is available here. Once you have done that, take the appointment and then finally click on Complete Shipment. Please note, if you click on Complete Shipment without taking these boxed stickering, you will not be able to get the printout later. So make sure you take enough copies and only then click on Complete Shipment. So this is the entire process of creating the product. In case you have created individual products. Now I'm going to show you how to create products in bulk and also how to create shipping plan in bulk. So for this, you will go to Add Products via Upload. Under Add Products via Upload, there is a download template that will be visible here. As you can see, click on this window, and the window that opens up has three boxes. First is the listing loader template. Next is the flat file templates, and finally there is a price and quantity template. Now, the first one is the listing loader template, which has an file called listing loader. This file has inbuilt macros in it, which will enable you to pull data that is already there in a warehouse. So if you have valid, let me show you what this file looks like. So if you have valid EAN numbers or ISBN numbers, then all you will have to do is enter that detail, and then the macro will run and give you the result. This is what the page will look like. You will have to give your SKU, which is unique for your products, given the price, the quantity, and product ID. The product ID will be the valid ISBN number or EAN number. Once you've given these 4 details, you only have to fill in these 4 details, and then on the top of the screen, you will get an option called Add-ins after View button. As you can see here, where the mouse is pointed at, here there's an option called Bulk Lookup. You will have to click on the Bulk Lookup option. Before this, there are MWS credentials that need to be made. Your engagement manager will help you in this particular step. Once you get the MWS credentials, you will be able to give in a password along with the credentials. You can use that password here and click on OK. So once you give in the password, the macro will run and give you the result along with the title. You can, under Fulfillment Center ID, you can enter the option Amazon in. That means you do not have to convert it later. You can select this option, and this default fulfillment criteria will become Amazon instead of merchant. So once you have done these steps and the system has given you results, which means that the products that you are searching is available in our database, then you will have to save this file in a text tab delimited format. For that, go to File. Under that, go to Save As. Under Save As type at the bottom, you have to select the option Text tab delimited. So this is the format you will save the file in, or any file that you're working in on Amazon needs to be saved in this particular format, and only then you will be able to add that particular file. So once you have saved the file in this particular format, you will go back to the page add products via upload under inventory. And here under upload inventory files, you will select inventory files as the option, browse the text file that you just saved, and upload now. Once you upload it, at the bottom of the screen, you should be able to see the result, how many were activated and how many were with errors. This is a step in case your products that you were searching were available after running the macro. In case the products that you were searching are unique and not there in the database, then those products will go to products not found. At the bottom there is a tab called products not found. Here you will be able to see the products that were not matching. Now for these products, since they are not in the database, we will have to create the product from the scratch. For that, you will use the flat file templates. So this is found under Add Products via Upload, Download Template. Once you click on Download Template, Flat File Templates. So flat file templates are category specific. Based on whichever is your category of products that you want to list, you can select the correct category. Now let's say I tried to search for books under listing loader template and they did not match. Then I will use the books template. Go to the template tab here, and given all the details that are there in bold, everything from title, the SKU, the product ID, which is the unique ISBN number and EAN number, the product format, author name, publication year, condition type will be new. Apart from that, since it's an FBA product and FBA account that we are looking at, please make sure under the column BT, which is Fulfillment Center ID, you select the option Amazon In. So if you enable the content, you should be able to find that option Amazon In. So under column BT, you'll be able to find this option. So once you have filled in all the details that you want to fill in for your books, again save the file in text tab delimited format. I'll just show you the steps again. You will go to Save As and the option will be text tab delimited format. So once you save it in this format, all you will have to do is upload and the products will be added to your account. You will select Inventory Files, Browse and Upload. So this is the steps if you want to add products in bulk. Apart from that, if you remember previously when I was talking about default tax settings, and in case you want to set up tax settings according to per item, then under column AB, this is specifically for books, the column is AB. For different categories, the column will be in different places, but this particular option will be available for all the categories, which is product tax code. You can write which is the correct tax code that you want to give and then save this file. So if you're giving multiple categories, you can set up multiple tax codes for different products. So this explains how to add products in bulk, how to search for them first of all in the database, and in case they are not available in the database, how to use the Excel sheet. Now in case after adding the products you want to do changes, editing to the products, price and quantity, then you can use the price and quantity template. Now click on the price and quantity template and I will show you how it looks like. So this file is specifically only for making changes to the price and quantity. So this is what the price and quantity template will look like. Just go to the second tab, which is the price template. Given the SKU you want to make changes to, given the price, you can also set up maximum and minimum price allowed so that there are no errors in pricing, and give the quantity, but in case of FBA, quantity will not be a valid criteria since quantity is calculated when the products reach the warehouse. So you can only make changes to price, SKU and price, and if you want minimum and maximum limit, then save the file and upload it. The same way, text tab delimited, but here under upload inventory files, you will select the option price and quantity file and then browse and upload it. Now, if you don't want to use the price and quantity template, you can also use the same file that you used previously to create a product. In case you want to make edits, you only have to give the SKU, and under column M, which is update and delete, you will select the option partial update. Now this stands true for any kind of updates that you want to do. You will select partial update first and give the SKU. Apart from that, whichever field that you want to make changes to, you will fill in only that particular field and then upload the file. So if I want to make price changes, I will only update the price column. I want to change it, or if I want to make changes to the title, then I only update the title. I can also set up promotions. So if I want to give a sale price for a short period, I can also give the sale price and give the start date and end date. The format of date should be in so the date, start date and end date of the sale that you give will be applicable only for that date, after which the standard price will be applicable for that particular item. So you can make these changes only if you want to edit already added products. Please remember to select partial update and then save this file and upload the file. So this is everything about how to use bulk uploads and how to use the download template. Now finally there are two more steps that we will talk about. One is inventory reports. Now if you want to view your entire inventory, you can use the inventory report or the active listings report. There is also several other reports which will give you details if you have added multiple products by mistake, if you want to check your price and quantity, if you want to generally check all the details of your inventory, you can use these reports. Apart from that, there is something called as managed promotions. This can be viewed after you're launched. You can explore this particular section, which is managed promotions, to set up promotions for your products. So there are 4 kind of options. Free shipping will not be applicable for FBA because anyway all your products will have free shipping. But there is money off, buy one get one free, and external benefits. You can click on create, and given all the details which is appropriate for your particular product, you can give it for your entire catalog, or you can create a list. So you can click on create a new product selection and add a few products and give the promotion only for those few products as and when you feel is appropriate. And you can give the start date and end date and click on manage promotions. So this will set up the promotion for that particular date, and it will be visible for the customer when they make the purchase. So these are the steps, everything from adding a product in bulk, which is under add products via upload, and add a product is for single items, and then the process of creating the shipment. Now what happens once your product has reached the warehouse? So under manage FBA shipments, you will be able to track the shipments that you sent. So you can see if you have just created the shipment, the status will be working. If you have already created the shipment, then it will show as ready to ship. Then you can click on complete shipment and it will show as in transit. And once it has reached the warehouse, the status will change to closed. Now sometimes all the shipped may not be equal to the received. There could be a discrepancy here, as I can show you an example here. So in this case, 30 were shipped but only 15 were received. So then you will have to click on track shipment and check out what the problem is. So here, if I have to show you an example, at the bottom you can see this particular shipment was 40 units, but only 23 were received at the warehouse. And there's an option showing there were problems with your shipment in red. So you will click on track shipment and look at the problem summary. So here there's an option called problems. You'll click on problems and it will show you what the problem is. So if your products were damaged upon arrival, it will show up as damaged upon arrival and they will not be accepted at the warehouse. I will also show you a few images of what is considered damaged at the warehouse and how to avoid them. So if it is if the option here is damaged upon arrival, you will have to create a removal order. And when you create a removal order, the product will be sent back to you within 7 to 14 days. So you will click on resolve. So once you click on resolve, you will have to, in the next page, just read what the screen says and then click on acknowledge. Once you click on acknowledge, the return request will be submitted and your products will be sent back to you. Please note you will be bearing the cost of it. So this is an important step. Please remember to go back and track your shipments once you have sent it, so that if there are any discrepancies, it can be noted down. Once your products are received at the warehouse, your status will automatically change to active. And when it changes to active, they will be visible on the website for sale. The moment the quantity has become 0, you can start the whole process again of creating a shipment under Manage FBA Inventory and then under Manage FBA Shipments, stickering the products and sending it to our warehouse. So these are the entire steps and all the features that is available under Inventory tab. Now I was talking about how what kind of packaging that you can do so that you can avoid return requests and your products not being accepted at the warehouse. In case it is fragile, please mention that it is fragile. In case there are open products, then just make sure you cover them with polythene cover so that they don't fall off or the parts don't fall off. If they are sharp products, please bubble wrap them. Now, these are the kind of examples that are considered damaged. Even if the package is broken or torn, the warehouse will not accept it because we do not know if the product inside is also broken. So even make sure your packaging that you use are in good condition and are not torn. You can see an example here. This is bent at the corner. This will be considered damaged. There is a hole in the box. This will be considered damaged. All of these examples that you can see currently on your screen will be considered damaged and will not be accepted at the warehouse and will not even be opened. Even if the product inside is secure, we will not be opening the box as long as the box is broken. So I hope this helps in while you're sending your shipment. Make sure that you avoid these kind of damages, and the damage guidelines that has been sent to you by your engagement manager, please make sure you read them thoroughly and follow the instructions to the mark to avoid any kind of loss in case of return and damages. Under orders, there is manage orders. Now, the best thing about FBA is that all you have to worry about is sending the correct shipment on time to our warehouse, and everything else post that is taken care by our team in Amazon. So when you get an order, you will get a notification and you can look at what order was placed, but you do not really have to do anything because your orders will be taken care by the team. So you can see the order details here. And under the actions button, you will have an option to pull out the tax invoice. If you want for that particular order, you want the tax invoice, you can pull out the tax invoice. But there is a way to pull out all the tax invoices in bulk, and I can show you that in a while. So this page will give you the order details, and the order reports will give you reports based on the orders that you have received. You can also pull date-wise reports. These are just for your reference, and no action is really required from your end under this. Under manage returns, so I said apart from orders, also any return request that you get from the customer side will be handled by the Amazon team itself. You can again go to this particular page, which is the manage returns page, and look at the kind of return request that you have got and what action was taken from Amazon on that particular request. Again, this is everything for your reference and no action is required from your side. Just make sure that the kind of products you send are genuine and they are good in quality to avoid return requests. Next tab would be the reports tab. Here the important field that you will check out is the payments. Now under this there are two options. There is both electronic transactions and COD transactions. So in case of FBA, COD is available for the customers. So make sure you check out both the tabs for whichever was your COD transactions and which were your credit card and other net banking transactions. These are weekly reports. So the payment cycle is 7 days. So whatever order that you get between, let's say, 1st to 7th, the payment for that will be received in the next 7 days, 7 to 14 day cycle. So whatever results that you see on this page are usually a statement view for the last 7 days. You can also view the kind of Amazon fees that was charged and if any refunds were given. And if you have questions regarding any of this, you can always contact seller support. So at the bottom of the screen, there is something called as contact seller support. If you click on them and if you have any issues with your payments or if you need clarification, you can click on this and contact them. Not just for this, but any issues post your launch on your platform, you can always reach out to seller support. Apart from statement view, you can see it in transaction view. Has each and every transaction, how much money was accrued and how much were the fees deducted. You can view the transactions. You can also pull statement views according to date and you can also pull date-wise reports for your own auditing purposes. So this covers everything under payments section. Next we would go to the business reports section, which will cover high-end business intelligence reports for your use and interest. We have different kind of reports from the kind of sales that you have made. This is all on your extreme left hand side, if you can see. So the sales report will give you the entire sales and the gross margin that you made. There is also product opportunities, which will give you popular items which have very less listings, products, price competitiveness of sellers who are selling it at a lower price. Also inventory opportunities which needs to be restocked, and products which are in high demand but there are very less inventory for them. So you can use all of these reports to conduct your business better once you're launched. Please make sure you go and explore them and play with them and figure out how you can improve your business and your relationship with Amazon. So these are just for your reference, but if you use them, you can create a better business plan for yourself. So this is under the business reports section. Finally, we have Fulfillment by Amazon, which are everything related to FBA reports. Here I would bring your attention to only two important reports. One is the inventory health report, which will give you an entire detail about the inventory that is lying at the warehouse that you have sent, everything from how long, what's the age of the inventory, and how many sales that particular inventory had. So you can use this inventory health report to create better replenishment plans. So please make sure you go and view this once you're launched. Apart from that, there is also removal order details. So whichever were damaged and you had to create a removal order, you can view this particular report and check out for the details. What was the product and what was the reason for removal? There is also return requests that were placed on the customer side, and what was the concession given to the customer. You can view this particular report to know more details. So these are the three reports that I would recommend you to go through. Apart from that, there are so many other reports that you can go through in your leisure time and create a better business plan. Now I was talking about getting your tax documents that can be viewed under tax document library. So if you want your invoice in bulk, then you can generate a tax report, and you can use this for your auditing purposes. These are usually and monthly, so you can pull up the reports and view it and use it for your auditing purpose. This is something your CA would find very useful for. So under reports, these are all the different tabs that we just saw: payments, business reports. Fulfillment by Amazon has 3 reports that you can see, and tax document library for your tax invoices. We have come to the last session, which is the performance tab. Now, since all of your orders are taken care by Amazon, you don't really have to worry about performance issues, and you don't really have to do a lot to maintain a good performance under FBA scheme. There is only one thing that needs your attention, which is customer query, how soon you need to answer them. So answer to that question is 24 hours. So make sure within 24 hours of getting any kind of customer query, you answer them. I will show you where you can do that or how you can do that. The first page, we will just explore this particular page, which is the customer satisfaction page. Here it will give you the entire summary of your performance from your account health, your seller rating, your customer feedback. Now under customer feedback, you will be able to see the kind of feedback you've got, and at the bottom of the page, once you're launched and you've got feedback from customer, you can see what that particular feedback was, and you can either respond with a thank you in case it is a good feedback, or if it is a negative feedback, you can click on resolve and provide an alternative solution or help them with their query. Under performance, there is also something called as feedback. This is the same page that I was talking about if you directly want to come to this page. And then there is Amazon A to Z guarantee claims. Again, all the return requests will be visible here, and you can go here and see what kind of claims were filed and what action was taken. And finally, there is performance notification, which will give any kind of notifications that you get from Amazon will be visible here. In case you fail to see your emails on time, you can directly come to performance notification and look at the notifications that you have got. Your home page, you will have something called as a buyer messages, and you can see in the last what is your target and whether or not you kept your target of 24 hours. So you can click on the buyer messages and you can see what kind of messages you got and click on them, and you can type in your particular response. If you feel no response is required, then you can mark it as no response needed, in which case your 24 hours limit will not be barred. So if you don't think the particular message needs a response, you can just mark it as no response needed and click on reply. So make sure at any cost, because everything else is handled by Amazon, but the buyer messaging and the rapport that you build with your seller, with your buyer, is done from your end, and you have 24 hours to respond to any query. And since Amazon is a customer-centric company, we give a lot of emphasis on customer feedback. So make sure you always go back and respond within 24 hours of getting a query. So we have pretty much covered everything under the Amazon Seller Central that you need to know in case of FBA. If I have to just pull your attention to 2-3 things, that is under settings, make sure you've given your correct VAT and CST number, your digital signature, and your default tax code. And while you're creating your products, make sure that you sticker them correctly and sticker the box, and take the appointment on time, and have a valid driver's license if you are going and delivering it on your own. In case of getting your tax documents, please go to tax document library to get your tax invoices, and please respond to your customer queries within 24 hours to maintain a good performance and a good rapport with your sellers, with your buyers. So I hope this was a helpful session and you were able to gain enough insight on how FBA works and what you will need to do to perform better on the FBA platform.
Hello and welcome to this video tutorial on how to create pickup removal orders using Seller Central. We are going to talk about the process of creating a removal order in Seller Central as a pickup. To begin with, we navigate to the Amazon Fulfilled Inventory page and select the checkboxes against the SKUs which are to be removed. Once you have identified the SKUs for removal and selected the checkboxes, click on the drop-down menu and select the option Create Removal. Currently, pickup removal orders can only be created using the flat file method. For this, we need to download the flat file template as shown on screen. As is visible, the template consists of some fields which are required to be entered in order to process the file successfully. For creating pickup removal orders, we need to select the removal disposition as pickup. Now that we have identified the required attributes and their accepted values, we will fill up the removals template. Each row should be filled up with correct details for ensuring that the file does not error out during processing. To start with, the merchant removal order ID should be a maximum of 10 characters, including alphabets and numerals. Next, the removal disposition should be pickup. Fill up the address details as per specifications. For our reference, we'll mark them as removals test. In the shipping notes mention pickup. Now that the address details have been entered, we proceed with filling up the merchant SKU and quantity to be removed details. We need to ensure that we are filling up the correct quantity information in the sellable and unsellable columns. For our case, we will put quantity of 1 in sellable and 0 in unsellable for the first SKU, and 0 in sellable and 1 in unsellable for the second SKU. Now that our template is ready, we need to save the same at a convenient location. Click on File, Save As, select a location. Remember, the flat file must be saved as a text tab delimited file. We go back to the Upload Removal Order file page in Seller Central, click on Browse, locate our file, select OK and click Upload Now. Our file is now ready for processing. Click on the Refresh button to check the status of the upload. As you can see, the status changes from Submitted to In Progress to Done. We can also check for the removal order which has been created by looking up the same in the Manage Orders section in Seller Central. Click on the order ID and it takes to the detail page for the order, displaying the particulars. That was a short video on how to create pickup removal orders using a flat file. We hope you were able to understand the process and can now create removal orders using the same. We wish you successful selling on Amazon.in.